What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so this is something I saw today. And when I first saw this, my immediate reaction was, oh boy, they're going to ruin another classic movie franchise. But I saw the trailer. Shout out to my brother Town Biz. He sent me a link to this trailer. I saw the trailer and I thought about the actors involved. I looked at how they went with the trailer. I'm going to give it a chance. So all of us who grew up in the 80s and 90s, we all know about the Naked Gun. It actually started as a television show, The Naked Gun. I think it was called The Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad. It was an early 80s television show, comedy, that starred the same players, or most of the same players that later on were in the movie. And this is when Leslie Nielson, who was known primarily as a serious actor, transitioned into comedy. And at that time, you never saw, honestly, a serious actor who was able to successfully transform himself as far as being a comedic actor. You've seen comedians who were able to become serious dramatic actors or show that they could be serious dramatic actors, but you never really saw the opposite. And Leslie Nielson was the exception to the rule. First, we saw it in Airplane, and then we saw it in his apex in the Naked Gun movies. And of course, he did a bunch of other comedies after that. But to me, the Naked Gun is the holy grail of his comedic career. Of course, we lost Leslie Nielson back in 2010. Most of the main cast are now gone. We lost, what was his name? Something Kennedy. We lost him about 9 years ago, I think. O.J. Simpson, of course, passed away just last year. What the hell was his name? Paul Kennedy, Walter Kennedy. I know something Kennedy, but anyway, the one that played the captain. But anyway, Leslie Nielson, of course, is being replaced in this role of Frank Drebin by Liam Neeson, who is known as a serious actor. You know, he's not known for being funny, although he has played in some comedies. But generally speaking, even in those movies, he played a serious or villain role. So this will be, I think, his first serious stint into comedy. Now, in this movie, he plays the son of Frank Drebin, which I'm a little bit curious about that because it was never stated in any of the movies that he had any son. It seemed like he was a bachelor until he married, of course, Priscilla Presley's character. But hell, that would have been, let's put it like this. Liam Neeson's character looks far too old to be Frank Drebin's son, given that he didn't have a son in the third movie, which was 30 years ago. But he's in the movie. A couple of other actors are in the movie. I saw Pamela Anderson's in the movie, so I'm assuming she's going to be the Jane role, the love interest in this movie. It'll be interesting because Pamela Anderson now has this no makeup rule, which I guess she's going to abandon perhaps for this movie. I don't know. But Pamela Anderson can play comedy. I've seen her do it. She can be funny. Definitely. I've seen her on Saturday Night Live and other roles. She can be funny. It's going to be interesting seeing Liam Neeson do this. So I'll give it a chance. I saw that Seth MacFarlane is connected to this. Now, Liam Neeson co-starred with Seth MacFarlane 10 years ago in a movie called A Million Ways to Die in the West, which is a very funny movie in my opinion. That's the movie I was talking about where Liam Neeson was in a comedy, but he played a villain. So Liam Neeson has that same dramatic delivery, that, you know, same or similar, a slightly monotone, deep voice delivery that Leslie Nielsen has. Of course, Liam Neeson is from, I think he's from Ireland, right? Or is he from Scotland? I think it's Ireland. So correct me if I'm wrong about that. But like I said, I saw the trailer and I hope it works. This is going to be a high risk movie to me because, you know, I just don't know if Liam Neeson can deliver with the comedy. That's not his shtick, right? I mean, I've never really seen him do that. So we'll see. And plus, it also involves the the script. And from what I saw, this movie is going to be a little bit more bloody, obviously. And if Seth MacFarlane is involved, I would imagine this movie might be a little bit dirtier and a little bit more sophomoric in humor. But I'm the type person, I'm not as, I don't know, I tend to like comedy in all forms as long as it's funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's highbrow comedy, lowbrow comedy, sophomoric, whatever, physical comedy. I just like funny. I know some people, they have their taste. They don't like certain types of comedy. So I'll give it a shot. But I'm not really expecting, you know what I'm saying, the 1988 level of brilliance that we saw in the first movie, or even the second one. The second one was hilarious. The third one, not so much. It had its moments, but the third one was definitely the weak link. But anyway, we'll see. Tell me what you guys think.